Finally, TV, here we are, party people, back again with another episode of Voice of the Valley. You already know what it is and who it be. It is your boy Gabriel. Remember, don't just dream, inspire. Don't just imagine, create, and just don't believe, achieve. Yes, sir, and indeed it is that way again here in beautiful Beacon, New York. Today, I bring to you a special guest coming all the way from SAUGERTIES, New York. Please say hello to Jack Bruno. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm chilling.
All right.
It's great to be here.
Man, thanks for coming down, man. Thanks for reaching out. And how'd you find Finally TV?
So, I saw Finally TV because, I don't know, it might have been Tony E.
Okay.
Just some Beacon people. I'd always see reposts. And then Tyler's room.
Yep,
he reposted a couple times.
Yeah.
And then I finally tapped in with Selka's.
Okay.
And I started like nerding out on the channel, looking at a couple, and I just
got you.
I felt like you were one of the people, rare people that are actually giving kids a chance.
Yeah.
Or whoever, not kids, anyone.
Yeah, anyone, yeah. No, I appreciate that. I really do. I started asking that question of people just to know, like, how are people hearing of Finally TV? Because your boy's starting to get recognized out here. Now I'm going to like the restaurants and like people walk by and they stop and they're like, don't you do those? You know, I'm like, yeah, that's me. You know what I mean? So every time that happens to me, I'm like, that's a win. That's a win for everybody on the platform.
Sure.
Everybody's been a piece of it and a part of it. You know what I mean? It's super
100%.
dope. So shout out to all the supporters out there. I really appreciate you. You know what it is with Voice of the Valley. We're going to tell the people who you are, what you do, how they can follow you, and how they can watch you grow out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're down with that, I am too. So we always set it off with where were you born and how did you end up in the Hudson Valley?
All right, so I was born Northern Dutchess.
Okay.
Some people from where I am, they don't like that. They were born in Kingston, right by SAUGERTIES. But I'm a Northern Dutchess baby across the river.
Okay.
So grew up there. My dad, he's from Long Island.
Okay.
He moved in like 98, I don't know, somewhere in the late 90s. My mom, she's from the Bronx.
Okay.
She moved up here when she was probably like a little younger than me, late or early teenage years. And they met, whatever happened, I'm here.
Okay.
Round 3, they split, but they're friends. Let's just say my step-parents are friends with my other parents. It's like a modern family deal.
Yeah.
I'm blessed to have all my, both my parents.
That's dope.
And I grew up in SAUGERTIES.
Okay, so SAUGERTIES it is, man. Shout out to all my Kingston heads out there. You got
Yeah.
Fire Magazine, you got Jenny Boots out there, my man Fire Rye, you got Dom Gotti, you got my man Ted 845 is out there, Eric Notes is up that way. Like we got all the fire people up there, you know what I mean, doing their thing. So salute to all those people. And anybody I didn't mention, I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm just on the spot and I can't remember, but salute to you too. So that's dope. So SAUGERTIES it is, and shout out to the Bronx. Mom coming from the Bronx. Now she has a special place with me.
Exactly.
So Jack Bruno, right?
Yes.
Explain the name. Is that your government? Did you come up with that? What's up?
So my government, I'll say it, Jack Martin. That's my middle name.
Okay.
And my last name is O'Brien Bruno.
Oh, okay.
So I kept the mom's name, the Irish, and got my dad's name, O'Brien Bruno. And everyone's always so weirded out by it.
I got you.
And my mom's, it was actually a mistake on the birth certificate.
Really?
O'Brien wasn't supposed, it was supposed to be my middle name.
Oh,
Martin O'Brien. But she was always like, you can change it if you don't like it, but I feel like,
just leave it.
who else has O'Brien Bruno family tree? Like, that's me now, so I just hold it.
Because I'm rather unique.
Yeah,
you know
exactly. Exactly.
Oh, okay, I like it. So that's what it is. So Jack Bruno you went with. I like it. So tell me about your passion, man. What you out here doing?
So I started out writing, as we were talking about before, writing my own songs. Not good, but I just always, I don't vent a lot. I don't talk about my issues. I'm not that type of person. I'll just put a smile on my face. So I would always write because I love music.
Okay.
I love music. And then eventually I broke my leg, started making beats on GarageBand. Basically tapped out GarageBand. Like,
Time out. How'd you break your leg?
Oh, football. I was a middle linebacker.
Okay.
All right, we're at Cornwall. Shout out Cornwall. They beat us that day, but it's all right. I was coming up for a mean sack, too.
Okay.
I was diving over a guard or something. And don't dive if you're playing football.
Yeah.
Don't dive with your back legs in the air because my thing knocked me out, broke my femur right on my knee.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I was sitting there screaming, cursing.
Yeah, I don't blame you. So anyway, all right,
Yep,
so you
you
break
get
the
the
leg
chills.
and you moving on, right? So, okay,
Yep.
getting it together
Garage
now.
band. I'm writing songs, not recording, no mic or anything, and I'm messing around with beats.
Okay.
Messing around. Then I finally I get my mic for Christmas or something, my birthday. Start recording. I get all the equipment I need. And the songs, I was kind of upset with how they're coming out. Like, the material isn't great at first. And when you show your friends, they might give you they might be like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
But like, they're going to be like, just wait, don't like show anyone else besides us. So it's like, all right, cool.
Just between me and you.
So that's when you go and you work in your little corner. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
Moving studios around. My whole life I've been moving.
Yeah.
So I'm always picking up I have a little bag. I pick up the studio, bring it to my dad's, bring it wherever I'm at. I started recording songs. My confidence got to a level where I dropped my first song.
Okay.
True to Myself,
There you
2019, February.
There it is.
It did good. It was on SoundCloud.
Okay.
And DistroKid, I just got DistroKid set up. So I didn't get on main platforms for like 2 weeks after that. But it hit 1,200 on SoundCloud around like a few months later.
Nice.
And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. People
And
are
like,
listening to it.
classmates would ask me about it. It was cool.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
alright. But like, I would always still cringe because it's weird. I wasn't used to attention like that, and it
Gotcha.
wasn't good attention. It was just like,
Right.
You rap? What,
Right.
Is that you?
Yeah, right. You did that?
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, that's me.
Who wrote that?
Exactly. Yeah, I wrote it. I used the pen.
You know what I mean?
So
All right, so it sounds like your writing and your desire to do music was actually executed, late in your teens, right? Like 16,
Yeah.
17.
that's when I got good.
Yeah.
14 is when I was determined that that's what I'm doing, and then that's when I got good. Was like 16, 17.
Got you. So when was there a point earlier than that you were like, kind of curious about this music thing?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, so tell me that.
So I was going to Ireland when I was like 7. Me and my mom, just me and her, before my younger sister was born. And my dad got me this iPad. He was like doing work for someone, and they had like when iPads were just coming out, someone had it, and they're like, "We'll give you this for one of the payments," or something like that. And they
okay.
did a little deal,
Right,
and
a
he
little
gave me an
barter.
iPad,
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
had it for the plane ride.
Sure.
And it was still on this person's Apple everything. Their whole, I had all their stuff. So
Gotcha.
it was a teenage girl, I think, come to find. I would assume. Because when I hit the music on the airplane,
Yeah.
it
Like
was
Taylor Swift.
Yup, it was. But then there was like, there was planes. It had all old Lil Wayne,
Oh, okay.
all the first Marshall Mathers LP, just like the cliche stuff you'd see in a teenager's stuff.
Yeah, that's what you saw.
But it literally, like, when I heard Lil Wayne pick the world up and I'm gonna drop it on the ground, like,
yeah.
I was like, what? This is music?
Yeah.
Or like Eminem, I heard all the that whole first EP or LP. I mean,
Yeah.
I was
like
amazed.
The Slim
with.
Shady joint.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was just, it had me amazed, and I get attached to things, and I go overboard when I get attached.
You get excessive about it.
Exactly.
Got you, but you loved it.
I really, and I still do.
Yeah, that I think people have similar stories. They don't always transpire the same way, but it's like that moment. It's like it's hard to forget those moments too.
Exactly.
I always say it on this show. My moment was the Fat Boys, and the song was called "Me and My Nuts," and I thought it was hilarious. You know what I mean? Like as a kid, I'm like, that's so hilarious that the name of the song is that. But when you put the song on, it was "Me and My Nuts" to be funny, but he was talking about me and my 2 homeboys.
Yeah, me and my nutty bros.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's what he was talking about. You know what I mean? But it was just this play
You
on
remember
words.
that.
And for me, I was like, that showed me the entendres, right? I'm like, oh, okay, so me and my nuts. But he's talking about his friends, though. You know what I'm saying?
And then you
Like,
had
but,
that mean face.
Okay, I get it. You know what I mean? So, no, I totally get it where you're
That's
coming
great.
from. So now that, you progressed, right? You went from having garage band, being hurt with a broke leg and wanting to record it and all that. What happened with the progression there? Did you end up going to a studio? You said you had your own studio.
Yeah.
So what's going on there now?
So I'm like 14, 15. I got my own studio, own spot. My friends, they're always there. I always have some people there hanging out. We're always vibing. But when I was like really making music, I was by myself. So it was a hangout spot, time to wherever it was, we're chilling. But when I'm by myself is when I was making beats,
Gotcha.
recording my music, doing all that. My studio got better.
Gotcha.
I started releasing more on DistroKid. I got Apple Music, Spotify. And that's when like anyone who does know me, my name's not out there whatsoever. I'm definitely super underground, but if you know me, you know I make music, and people respect it for the most part.
Oh, that's dope, man.
Yeah, like it's a very like I always get respect.
Have you has this progression included any like live performances? Like, how you doing with that stuff?
So right when I dropped my first EP, A Dream for Now, kind of because it was a dream, it was for now.
Sure.
And that did well. COVID happened. I dropped it October of 2020, so a year ago, right about now. COVID happened. I just kind of sat inside, worked on music. I've always wanted to do live shows. There's people I know where I can get some, like there's spots in Kingston, there's spots everywhere. But I just want to throw like a couple parties.
Yep.
Now that everything's loosening up.
Sure.
Host some stuff, my own stuff.
Yep.
Not like I'm able to go host a party somewhere.
Right.
And then eventually we'll start, it's a release party now. Come listen to my music with me. And if people enjoy it and they have a good time, they're going to go back and add your stuff on Apple Music.
Absolutely. That's the idea here today.
Exactly.
Have you done any videos for your stuff?
So, yes.
You have?
My man, Quintography, Ethan Quinto.
Quintography, what's going on?
Yes, sir. Shout out. Huge shout out. He did my second song, Reason to Breathe. I released it. It's not on platforms. It's only on SoundCloud.
Okay.
It's cool. They took it off because I like missed a payment once or something. but I got back on there.
Yeah.
But he did the cover shoot. Okay. And it was cool. It was me standing on my roof of my dad's apartment place. And it was cool. And we like had a friendship before that. Like not deep, but
knew each other.
Yeah, we lived down the corner. So we started hanging out. Always had ideas, always shared ideas.
Got it.
And there was a school project we had. And we could do whatever you wanted. Instead of taking this government class, you can go do this called WISE program.
Sure.
And do something you like. So we thought he would do the video and I'd do the music. And that's our project. And we write about it, do journals.
Got you.
And then COVID happened. And they said, we can't do that. You can't do a video, but you can do a presentation. So we did our own presentation.
Gotcha.
But we still had this video plan.
Yeah.
We did it. The song was called Gracious. That's at like 1272.
And the video somewhere to watch?
YouTube, Gracious, at Ethan Quinto. Or Quintography. What's the YouTube? Ethan Quinto on YouTube.
They gonna know right now we about to play that video.
Yes.
Now it's where you at, what you doing? Questions that always come with strings. I can't help but sigh when I see him. Play it off happy as could be, but smiles ain't deceiving. Stop trying to stand by me when you just scheming. It's my dreams they trying to shatter. 3 years in, I've been trying to climb this ladder. And I done grew so much this last year. Captain the ship I've been trying to steer. It's the right way I've been trying to veer. And I might say how I feel, I might lay up the deal. I've been strictly independent, I handle the funding. And still all I hear is bickering, telling me nobody's listening. Until they speak their mind when they ain't their decision. Like I'm handing out a petition. Really their opinions got me pissing. Shit they can't help keep on dishing.
We came back, so that video we just saw, you're saying it's an old one.
Yes.
Okay.
That's old.
And then is there a newer one that you want the people to know about? What's that?
So the newest release, Top of the Top. It was kind of, I was quiet for a minute. Okay. I had this song that I just was getting stuff. It was more of like get everything off your chest type of song. So I was like, I'm putting this out. Me and Ethan did the video before I went on vacation. And we did the video. And we were like, this is cool. We did it so quick. It took like maybe an hour and a half. We were walking around in town in SAUGERTIES.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
And the visuals came out great. I don't know. Me and him, we have our thing. We love the way, like, we have a certain aesthetic.
Yeah.
And whenever we hit it, we're just so happy.
Yeah.
And that's at like 525 maybe.
Okay.
500 views. So.
Okay. Yeah.
For me, those numbers are astonishing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's
like
stuff, man. Trust me, that's good stuff. That's good progression. It's a start. You actually have something.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Not just talking about you being about it. So that's okay. So let's cut away to that video right now. What's it called?
Top of the Top.
Top of the Top. Check it out.
Shoot number 2, 2nd Street. Where it all started. You know what I'm saying? Fucking first keyboard, first beat, first song, first time I recorded. Come on. Come on, son. Come on, first 5.
Blessed to see things my peers can never imagine. And I'm still trying to see things my peers swore can never happen. Push my back against the wall, I should've never let that happen. Yeah. Mom and I was arguing, so my belongings I was packing. Only lasted about a day till I was back home with something to slap it. And moved more than a few times, but never stopped me in my circle from dapping. Can't move across the river, so we stuck across the bridge, splitting gas. Yeah, we was out in the early hours, bringing bro back. Yeah. Keep the stack, hurdle these obstacles Never tryna lag, let me set the record straight. Yeah, send a messenger, I'll send him to an unconscious state. Losing my sanity at an insane rate. Choose to ignore the pain, now it's adding up every day. But hey, what can I say? I'm just trying to see a brighter day.
Alright, so with that song right there, production-wise, who's doing the production? Who did the production on the first one, and who did production on the second one?
So Gracious was me. I get loops, like I'll use loops, so wherever I get it, it's always royalty free.
Okay.
But if I know the person, you're gonna get your shout out.
Sure.
But I control all my production.
Okay, gotcha.
I've actually one beat I just bought the other day. Shout out Semi Beats.
Okay.
That's the first beat I ever did on someone else's.
Gotcha.
It's not released. I have a whole EP ready
Gotcha.
to get dropped.
So both those videos is your production.
That's all me.
That's
top
all
of the
you.
top. Yeah.
Got you. And so when it comes to that, do you envision yourself always producing for yourself, or is it just a matter of time before you find somebody that's going to be producing for you?
It's a matter of time because it's time consuming. And imagine you're your own engineer, you're your own producer, and your own writer.
Yeah, no, it's a lot.
It's like your brain, it's two different sections of the brain.
Yeah.
You can't be in writer mode and then go and record. It's just weird, but you make it work.
Yeah, no, of course, especially early on where the grind is happening, you're just trying to get the name out there and like push things out, and waiting for other people can get cumbersome, you know what I mean? So, no, I get that 100%. So, having talked about production and your passion for that, what are you making your music on now, your actual beats?
So, that's a good question. I got Logic because I maxed out GarageBand, in my opinion. You know, you can only do so much.
Right.
Got Logic, stock plugins, started messing around.
Okay.
That brought my music to a whole new level.
Sure.
That's when I started dropping songs on everything because I felt comfortable. And now that's all I use.
Got you.
I just bought,
Logic.
yeah.
Okay, dope. No, I like it. I like it. And what would you say have been some of like the biggest challenges right now, Joe, as an upcoming artist and trying to get your music out there?
Honestly, exposure. Because right now you can't be outside. The biggest way to get your name out there is talking, like get people talking about you, get people showing their friends your music. In my opinion, you can post on Instagram all you want, but people get annoyed, which I gotta remember. So I try to refrain from being too shoving it down their mouth.
Right.
You gotta there's a lot of challenges when it comes to exposure because you don't have the credibility. There's no credibility to your name to say, go listen to my music. So you gotta kind of like sneak in there, and you want them to catch you and come to you rather than you come begging them to listen.
Right. I can see that. Because I think there is a fine line there of, you know, promoting yourself and saturating yourself.
Yes.
There's a difference there. You know what I mean? And oversaturation can be done, and I've learned this the hard way, when you're constantly hitting the same base of people. That's when oversaturation comes into place. If the base of people is changing as you're moving along, then you really can't oversaturate.
Yeah, because you always find
There's always
sections.
something new there, you know what I mean? So like, you know, like an ever-growing Instagram, like finally TV's Instagram going from 0 to the 1,000 that it is, you know, like along that way, you know, I've been pushing this thing crazy, but to at least 10 or 15 people a week.
Yeah.
They never seen that before. They never just been scrolling and just, why is his logo just sitting there? It's because I want you to see it. You know?
Exactly.
I just want you to see it.
It's
That's
exposure.
it. I don't even do nothing else. Just look at it and keep going. You know, you don't have to like it or nothing. I just want you to know it's there. You know what I mean? And that's the point for that. The other people that, you know, I've hit since the beginning, they're like, oh, here go Gabe again. You know what I mean? Finally, But what it tells them is that, oh, snap, he's still going.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
It's still there.
And if there's improvement, which there probably is.
Yeah, of course. You know, so those things, you gotta be careful with that. So I always say promote.
Oh yeah. Heavy.
You know,
I'm a marketing major right now.
So you already know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So promote. Just don't oversaturate. You know what I mean? And like I'm learning too to hit like different genres and different locales with the marketing program. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like I don't really have to target the Hudson Valley. Why? Because Hudson Valley knows what the F finally TV is.
It's like GarageBand. You hit that cap.
Yeah. I got to go outside of that. Now, when I do my marketing program, I don't even worry about 845. I worry about all the surrounding zip codes and pushing it there. You know what I'm saying? Or area codes and pushing it there.
So
you know, 914, you know, 518, you know what I mean? 347, 646. I want all those.
Because there's a ton of cats doing this, trying to achieve the same thing.
You know what I mean? So, no, kudos to you.
Appreciate that.
I think that marketing degree is going to come into play.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. Exactly. That's the plan.
Just a hunch. So, with that said, man, is there like a line of advice that you're kind of living by right now that kind of is the basis of how you move?
For sure. Mm-hmm. If I had to say the line, it would be, you gotta just. I was actually just telling my boy about this today. Mm-hmm. If you got a tight circle, I have a tight circle. I have a lot of individuals with a lot of talent. Mm-hmm. If you just push them into that position and help them get there, bro, it's over. Because once they find, I don't know, just if you have a team around you, that's the most important thing. Whenever there's elevation, it's because someone around me helped me get that. Okay. And you gotta have people you trust around you, and it's just all about loyalty.
There you go. So that's it right there.
Exactly.
That's what's motivating you. That's the eyes on the prize right there.
Exactly.
It's having a good team, and it is true. You know, having a good team around you is important. It starts with you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then, you know, who you're putting around you. You know, you gotta be around who you want to be.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And
so important.
It is. So no, kudos to you and all that stuff, man. I know it's been a short career so far, right? You're in the beginning of this whole thing.
Sure.
And having done, you say you did a couple shows, right? Have you?
So I've had a couple parties. We released my projects, but I've never got on the stage and had a mic. And I'm eager. I have a song on my latest project from April of this year. Lo and Behold. Lo and Behold was the name of it. Okay. And on one of the lines, I said, I don't know, once this pandemic over, I'll be on a stage surrounded by my bros or something like that. And it was real. that's a real thing. It's going to happen. Yeah. Once this is all over.
Yeah. Speak it into existence, as they say. You know what I mean? So, no, I hear that, man. So let's tell the people, man. You're going to look right into that camera. Let them know where they can find you and how they can follow you.
So Instagram, Jack O'Brien Bruno, Obrien Bruno. Jack speaks for itself. Twitter, Jack Bruno. Music, Jack Bruno. Apple Music, Spotify, all of the above. Tidal, shout out, everywhere. And Quintography. If you want to find my videos and our the team's videos, go hit Quintography on YouTube right now.
There you go. Make sure you hit that hit that subscribe button like you always do. Man, it's been a pleasure talking with you and hearing this story. You know what I mean? I love that. You know, some people in your position, they see an opportunity to get in front of a camera and in front of somebody who's doing it right on a platform, media style, and they put on a certain ego or facade when they walk through my door. You know what I mean? And I can tell y'all that he didn't do that. He came in super humble. Yes. You know, and he came in with his crew, his team of people that he's talking about. I'm sure there's just a couple of the many. You know what I mean? But super humble dude. So I think that you'll grow to appreciate some of his music. He doesn't seem like he's not like a BS artist. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think you're gonna hear. Yeah, you're gonna see this, and then I think you're gonna hear something similar to this. I don't think you're gonna start hearing some ultra gangster craziness out of his mouth. So that's why you're gonna appreciate it. It's just real. It's coming from a place of good. He's coming from a place of passion where it's about music. You know what I mean? 100%. So I can respect when somebody says, yo, I got inspired by some of the illest MCs to touch a microphone, you know what I mean, with Eminem and Lil Wayne. Yes. You know what I mean? Like those dudes, they've been around the block with this thing, and they've garnered a lot of respect in the industry. So for you to hear that at a young age and be inspired by it, it does say something about where you're coming from and what you got going on. So kudos to you.
Appreciate
Who knows?
That.
You'll never know if this will be the first or last time he'll be on the show, but hopefully he'll be back when he's all blown up and doing his thing. You know what I mean? So for Jack Bruno, for Finally TV, Voice of the Valley, baby, we out.
Voice of the Valley.